Hello. Hi. It seems like forever since we've actually been here. But as you can see, the sun is shining. And what happens when the sun is shining? We get excited and want to go see the garden. Yay. It's freezing cold. I'm not, full of energy because I just did ride this morning, but now I'm going to go down to the garden and see how much I can get done. It's quite a bit to do still in terms of preparation for the coming growing season. It's actually freezing even if the sun is out, so it's very deceptive. Hopefully I've dressed warmly enough. My feet will probably freeze. Chances are I brought tea and I really want to sit and have my tea before we actually get going with work, but I don't know if it will be possible as it will be freezing cold. So I am going to see how bad it is. I don't even know if I have a blanket in the car, but I really do want to sit and enjoy looking round. So I'll make the cup of tea and sit and see. Question is, how many people are going to be here today, taking into consideration that we have sun. Step one, the gate is kind of partially open, so I need to open it more. See you in a bit. I now understand why they say they want to maintain smaller structures all the way, because smaller structures equal a much nicer looking allotment, not so cluttered, not so busy. And right now with everything empty, it looks very nice indeed. I almost walked past my own allotment because of the fact that it looks so clear. Today, let's have a look. Garlic is doing absolutely fine. Looks like it's thriving okay. This space here, all along here, is going to get onions. Once they've sprouted, they have started sprouting, and so it will be having onions there. I still have to apply manure to this big bed here, and then going up here today, my goal is to cover this in manure and to sort out the raspberry and fruit area in order that I can actually start to see what I'm keeping and what I'm not, because at the moment the raspberries are all over the place. But what I want to retain just one row here, or maybe two rows, which you can access from this side and the other side. So everything else needs to be cleared. I don't know that I'll be able to clear everything all at once, but we'll see how far we go. All these beds will just be waiting for plants now, so I'm not too worried about them. After I finish prepping this, then next time I'm down here, the plan will be to start to tidy all the paths so that we have a uniform paths all over. And so that's the plan for there. But for now, let's have a look at the cabbage. Some of them died in the frost and some have survived. I don't know whether I think it's the courgettes that have died. The courgettes did not survive, but the cabbages have survived. So I got to put some more all year round. No, not courgettes, cauliflower. Duh, wake up, I need tea. So the cauliflower, I think, is all that has died off. And let's have a look at this one. These guys who were tented. Let's see whether or not they've done okay. Just need to pull one side out of the compost. And then the other side as well, because I buried it deep. So let's have a look and see. I don't want to pull it fully out. Hello. Yep, the ones that were touching the walls where it was so cold have not survived, but these other guys seem to have survived okay. So they're doing okay. Well done, babies. You survived regardless of the weather. So we'll keep them in there like that, and we'll get this side resecured as well, so that they stay nice and secure in there and continue to grow. When they get too big, then we'll move them out. This is Swiss chard. It seems to have survived, and we just need for it to start growing and to actually produce something. This is grass trying to grow into my bed, but hopefully it will be easier to weed it out because it won't have deep roots. So okay, let me make myself a cup of tea, have that in order to prep for the work, and then I'll get started. But it's good. Let's hope that I'll be able to finish. It is freezing cold. This is nice. Just hanging. Listening to the birds, and it's empty. No one else is here except me. It's probably because at this time most people are thinking lunchtime. Since it's 12:30, they're not thinking allotment time, but it is good. It looks scruffy, but it will improve with time. We'll make it look better and better with time. And it's not about prettiness, it's about whether or not we are managing to grow anything in the space we have before us. That's what's important. Okay, let me make tea, drink that quick, and then I can get in and get started with work. I've started, and I think my focus is only going to be this area. I can forget the manure shoveling for that unless I get help. But to be successful in this, I've decided there's only one thing I can do. I need to burn this wood pile, and to achieve that I need to go home and get fire burning stuff and bring it and start to burn whilst working on this area, so that by the end we'll have this area done. So we're going to do a quick drive home to pick up what I need for this. All right, let's go. Okay, there we are. We're here back and we're going to start burning. Ever since I was young, I've always had a fascination with fire. So for me, this is old fun. And I'm very good at starting a fire. So I'm just going to start clearing all this shrub, putting it in there, in between all the wood over there. So let's get going. We're doing well. This area looks much clearer than it was before, but we still got a lot to do. It almost feels like the fruit was put in without a thought for how you would access it, and as a result I'm having to clear everything to try and identify the path. I don't know whether I'll be done today. I'm trying to work my way back here. There's a fruit tree, so it's that one. I have no clue what type of fruit they are, but wondering whether they're summer fruiting. No, they're not. They look like apples or something, but I don't know. I have no clue what they are. But what I'm doing is I'm trimming off the bottom branches so that there'll be airflow underneath and access so that I can actually weed those bottom areas. I'm burning as much as I can, having to dry off the wood before it will start to burn, but now I've got the fire going in a way that works. I've moved this composter up there. I need to buy composters similar to the one there so that I can actually have them in a row here, and then I'll start to fill them. So that needs to be ordered so they can arrive sometime next week, and then I'll line them up because I've been in two minds. I am still thinking what I would really love to do is to put my composters in a row along the edge of my plot there in this square here. So that's what I'll work towards, or even along there in a row on top of that carpet, because I got a lot of ivy and bramble there. So what I've done is, because I'm not planning to grow anything down there where the area is under the carpet, I've actually just put a bit of weed killer to see whether or not I can actually kill off those bits and pieces, so they don't try to leak through to the rest of the allotment. But this end here is a challenge, which is not going to be done in a day. As they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. This whole area needs clearing as well, but I will continue to do as much as I can, and then aiming to be out of here not too late in the day, because I don't want to exhaust myself either. As I'm working on this, I'm starting to have ideas of what I am going to do. I'm thinking I need to move this. I know it's a carrot box, that there, that wooden structure is a carrot box just over there. So that needs to be moved so I can always access the back and make sure that I can maintain it and keep it clear of weeds and bramble. Over there, the wood is slowly going down. My fire is still going well. I'm going to decide how I'm going to work with these raspberries, and I will have to dig them up and reorganize them, because at the moment there's no structure to how these fruit trees were put in. So I need to create logic of chaos. So it's quite a bit of work to do. I'm hurting a little bit now because I did about a 30-kilometer ride this morning before I came down here, but I'm also very keen to do as much as I can today so that tomorrow I can just rest. So I'm going to give it another hour and see how much I can get done. And then after that, it will be home, rest, relaxation. That's the order of the day. And I might even cook something like a steak with some sweet potato chips to make up for a day of hard work. Okay, let's get going again. See ya. Okay, I've done as much as I can. Mr. came and interrupted, brought some wine, cheese and nuts, and obviously one doesn't say no to a bit of wine and cheese and a chat. So we cleared that area as much as we can. I need to move those carpets from there and cover this area at the back so that all those brambles don't have a hope in hell. And then cover that little square with a bit of cardboard. This one is so confusing. I don't even know how to place the cardboard, but I'll try my best. And then once that's done, I'm running out of here. The fire should be done by then because I'm not adding any more to it now. But we've managed to burn quite a bit of wood, and we've only got a little bit of wood left. Once it all cools down, those ashes will be great in the bed, in one of the beds anyway. So, but it's been a good day, good work, hard work, tougher than expected, but it is what it is. Should be expected, really. No one ever said it would be easy, but I'm pleased. Right, let me get on and finish. It looks like a mess, but it's an organized mess. I think before it was worse. It is still a lot of work to go in this small area. It's a huge space that has not been well utilized, and therefore I am very, very extremely tempted to just clear everything. But we had so many lovely raspberries, so what I'm going to do is, where I've put the cardboard, I don't want any raspberries. I'll let the raspberries grow in that area from here all the way through there. So this area here has a couple of raspberries. I'll dig them out and put them into that space there, so that we'll have a row of raspberries going that way. And where I've put the paper, where those black beans are, will be one side of the raspberries, and this side will be the other side of the raspberries. So this end here will end up with, it will be my sitting area. So this will move to there, or I'll buy another one for there, so that that area won't have anything else growing in that space, and I can put my chairs there. I'll sort out the carrot boxes, that one and this one, ready for all the carrots I've actually ordered. And so I think that will be the next thing. I'll get some manure onto that area there in order that we can prep. I'll put more newspaper down around the raspberries, get them pierced through it, and then put the manure on top of that, so that we can actually try and suppress the weeds a bit, because there are a lot of weeds around this area. The fire is out. We're done. I still need to sort out these bins, and I still need a proper compost bin. Loads to do. A lot to do. And down there, that space is too big to all be taken up by compost. So I'm wondering what else I could use it for. Therefore, one will continue to think and decide. Maybe I can move those fruit trees along there, so then that can be another row from that gooseberry there going up. These guys go there, and then this space becomes raspberries. So we have raspberries, gooseberries, compost bins, sitting area, carrot box, potato space, sitting area. To me, it's crucial to have somewhere to sit, because we like to sit and just watch the world go by. Right, it is time to go. And so one allotment here, and they were only just dropping off some manure, well, compost I think it was, and that's it. It's just me here, and it is time for me to go home as well. Okay, it's been a good day. I'm going to ache like hell, but it is what it is. That's so lovely. Check this out. This is the point at which I'm always taking pictures. Okay, let's go. Have to return what doesn't belong to me. Okay, let's go.